Hi, my name is Leighton Bowie, and I'm assistant principal here at Port Charlotte High School. Today we're going to have a presentation when and where we're going to be talking about the Code of Conduct. It's very important to make sure everyone here follow the Student Code of Conduct, because ultimately the things that we have inside the Code of Conduct is designed to keep everyone safe. So the PowerPoint we're going to be talking about, the PowerPoint's going to be talking about safety, the PowerPoint's going to be talking about dress code, attendance, cell phone, vape detection sensor program, warrantless searches, and the very last one is going to be talking about Do You Know Me? All right, guys, that first PowerPoint here is talking about safety. When we talk about safety, we're talking about Fortify FL, we're talking about the bully button, we're talking about incident report, we're talking about ID badges. The very last one we're going to be talking about is exterior gates. Now, first off, Fortify FL is a report that is used to identify and use to see if you guys see something on campus that you're not supposed to. When you guys go to the Fortify FL, it immediately will make law enforcement aware of what's going on, and the same thing of school's official. Now, if you guys are at school or you guys are at home, you can access the Fortify FL on the school's website. Basically, go to Google. In the Google search, you're going to put in Port Charlotte High School. When you get to that main page, the Fortify FL is on the bottom towards the right hand corner, as you see on this PowerPoint slide. Again, you guys are going to use this if you see something that just doesn't look right and you need attention to that area immediately. Next, guys, we have the bully button. The bully button can also be found on the school's website. On the website, again, instead of it being on the right-hand side, like the Fortify FL, it's going to be located on the left, just as you see on this PowerPoint slide here. Next is going to be the incident report. These incident report is definitely helpful. This is something you can fill out in class. This is something you can fill out at home, but you basically log into your class link. Once you get to class link, you're going to click on PCH incident report. If you don't see this, you can basically go on the top right hand corner where you have that search. You're going to click on PCH, not PCHS. PCH incident report. That's going to immediately bring you to that incident report. Now, once you get an incident report, you're going to fill out as much information as you possibly can. You're not going to sign your name. You're going to sign that name whenever you get an opportunity to come down to the dean's office and sit with that administrator. They'll go through that. But it's very important when and while you're filling out an incident report, you have to put in all the information possible so that administrator, they don't have to ask you any questions. They know exactly what is going on. Next, guys, we have these ID badges. Now, in the past, students generally were able to keep these ID badges on their book bags. They used to be able to keep it in their hands. They used to be able to keep it in their pockets. Now that's not an option anymore, because in the Code of Conduct, all students are supposed to wear these ID badges on their necks. It's very, 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 very important because we want to make sure you keep you guys safe. These ID badges are important because, once again, as administrators, teachers, we can go to each one of these students and check their IDs to make sure that they belong here. Next, we have those exterior gates. When you guys are entering in and exiting the school during the school day, you guys must enter through the student office. Again, when you guys are entering or exiting the school day, you guys must enter as well as exit through the student office. Next slide, we have the dress code. If you notice on the slide, you see a picture on your left-hand side. That summarizes the dress code in a nutshell. The biggest thing when it comes to the shirt length, you want to make sure that shirt is not displaying stomach. When it comes to the sleeves, you want to make sure it's coming down to the armpit area. And then when you're thinking of the pants or shorts, again, those shorts need to be mid-thigh. Again, mid-thigh. Next, we have attendance. The expectation is making sure you're showing up to school on time every day, not arriving to school late. The expectation is showing up to every class, being present. It's very important you want to make sure you follow these 2 rules because it's statistically proven when you arrive to class on time and when you show up to class often, you will have a higher grade. Next slide we have is a slide talking about the cell phone. Same rule this year follows this same rule last year. Is the same thing that we're going ahead this year. Again, cell phones is not supposed to be used during instructional times. Again, the cell phone is not supposed to be used during instructional times. All devices must be kept in your backpack, purse, or your pocket. Again, it cannot be displayed. That's something that the state has held true with, giving us support with that new law. So again, we want to make sure there is no cell phones out during instructional time. Next slide, we have the vape detection sensor. Now, the vape detection sensors will and are located in all the restrooms, which allows students to be in an environment free from harmful vape products. Students that are found in possession of these devices, discipline can be assigned to what's according to the whole district. I would say this is definitely something a little different for us, because it's possible that a student, if they have too many vape issues, referrals, they can be sent to the CERT committee, which is called the Suspension Expulsion Review Team. So at the same time, we want to make sure you guys, again, do not use those products here on campus. Next slide, we have the warrantless searches. School officials may conduct warrantless searches to students, automobiles, book bags, or any storage area on school property. If the administrator or that school official sees reasonable suspicion, again, those searches can happen. School officials can use metal detectors. If a student does refuse to consent to the search, a student can be get a recommendation for expulsion. So you just want to make sure, again, you guys are following those rules. Next slide, do you know me? First off, we're going to start off with the school as a whole. Principal, his name is Mr. Long. The assistant principal, we have Mr. McIntosh, Emily Schaefer, Mr. Bowie. Last one is Mary Claire Radishevsky. Dean of Students, we have Rodney Taylor. Next, we have Bill Speck. Next, we have Michelle Smith. Social workers, we have Claudia Ramirez, Andel Napoleon. School psychologist, Ashley Turkey. Guidance counselor, we have Carrie, we have Jody Boer, have Heather Emery, and the last one is James Strauss. Next up, we have our SROs as well as guardians, which used to be called campus security. Now they're called guardians now. But if you're looking at this picture from the left side to the right, we have Jesse McCombs. Next, we have Thomas Scott. Next, we have Tom Beauregard. Last, we have Kayla Anderson. I hope you guys appreciate this quick PowerPoint just talking about the code of conduct. Because again, as I said before, ultimately this code of conduct is designed to keep you guys safe. If you definitely have any questions or concerns, you can always find me, Mr. Bowie, or one of our deans assigned to the dean's office to help you out, to point you in the right direction, and at the same time getting those questions answered. Thank you very much, guys, and have a great weekend.